Recall for me the first time you encountered the signal.
The what?
This must have been a page turner of a script to read.
It was.
I mean, what was your reaction to when you first read the script?
Well, every page was different. You know, well, of course, but they're not going to print the same page twice. But you didn't like the next page took you to a totally different place emotionally and literally, and it was just so interesting to read. And I read it in like, I don't know, probably 45 minutes. It takes me like an hour and a half to read a script. This one I flied through and was so interested by the twist. And the philosophical kind of connotations in the sci-fi and the drama, and how real it started out with the characters so grounded. And so that's what really attracted me to the film.
Watching Lawrence Fishburne in this movie is terrific as well, and you can't help but think of The Matrix when he's on screen. I kept waiting for him to say, just take the red pill, I don't want you to know anything about this.
Yeah. You know, I should have gone into set with 2 pills in my hand and been like, Lawrence, which one am I gonna take, bro?
Right. But what was it like working with him? He has a wonderful presence on screen.
He does. He's one of the few actors in the world, I think, that just demands that calmness. You know, he demands like every thing he does. And I don't know, I thought that his character in The Signal was very different to Morpheus. People kind of, it's so easy to jump to that similarity, because his voice is so familiar and so similar, but you know, everything he does is slightly off with this character. And I remember kind of sitting opposite that big table, which is where we did most of our scenes, and I remember being confused by what he was doing, and that's exactly how I was supposed to feel. But he demands that attention, and he demands that time, because he's so fluid and so confident. And I found it very, very cool to work with.
Well, the one thing I really liked about this film is how down-to-earth everything is and how the characters are. And it's not always the case with a lot of sci-fi movies, and I'm just curious, how was it to play such a character like this so naturalistically?
Well, that's why I jumped at the opportunity, because the character seemed so real. You know, there wasn't anything abnormal to this kid, you know, and to this situation. I've done long-distance relationships before in my life, and Nick is, you know, at the brink of making a decision whether he wants to continue long distance or it's just a very relatable issue that he's going through, relationship issue. And so it was a great place to start, and I think it's very smart, you know, for a filmmaker to do that, because everyone kind of gets drawn in by that, and then just flips it on its head in the second act.
And what was the most challenging aspect of playing this character for you?
I would say, I don't know, it changes every time I think about it, but right now I feel like it was quite difficult playing the different levels of emotion each day. One day we'd shoot like the craziest scene, and it would be so gnarly. Everything on set would be crazy, and my emotions had to be heightened times 10. And I kind of just had to jump in, and everyone was kind of just super energetic and passionate and crazy. And then the next day, you'd be, you know, the waking up scene or something like that. You'd be in a wheelchair and just trying to adjust, you know, between the two energies of different scenes. That was quite challenging, I think.
Great. And then you and Bo Knapp and Olivia Cooke, you all have a great chemistry with each other in this film, and I was wondering what it was like developing that.
Oh, it was super fun. Yeah, I mean, we got along really well. Yeah, it was one of those rare experiences where you make a movie and everyone just gets along, and everyone's super comfortable around each other. And I was so comfortable around those two. They made me feel so free and so confident, you know. which is good in a film like this because you want to try new things and you want to, take risks, be big or be small or be crazy or not. And so it was a privilege working with Bo and Olivia. They're both so talented.
The Signal was shot on a schedule, I understand, of like 28 to 29 days, which is
Right.
extremely short for a movie this ambitious. And did that affect your acting at all, or did that affect the way you approached the material?
Yeah, it did. It really did. I had to be prepared every day, and I mean, you always do, but some days you can get away with, I don't know, if there's a scene with you, like looking up or something, or, I don't know, I knew all of my lines and the whole script before I started shooting because I knew that it would be a quick turnaround. And it teaches you to it really teaches you to just jump in and just do it and try and get it on the first take. I know that's probably not the best way of, finding moments and being impulsive and irreverent, but I don't know, there's something to that, there's something to just do it. And I learned that in this film. Will would just say, just do it, just do it. And so you kind of jump in and then you find stuff very quickly. You tend to have to have like a certain way you want to play the scene, because there's no time to find things and to think about things, and so those rehearsal periods are imperative.